talked about funding, and that seems to be the common denominator of all this stuff, is funding or lack of it.
Yeah.
Where is there any money? Do you know, are you aware of any private money that's being spent on this? Or
yes.
is anybody talking to angel investors or that sort of stuff? Or
let me give you the down low on the funding situation. So you've got your black budgets that obviously is well funded, and then you have your academic budget, which is non-existent because they think it's hokey, and then you have your random billionaires who have a hobby, okay? And they made their money doing something else, but they are applying their money towards weird anti-gravity stuff just because they want to be known for something other than what they made their money in. So there's a handful of like random billionaires running around who fund these types of things. The Church's Fried Chicken billionaire funded the Hathaway Lab. The American Best Inn and Suites billionaire Robert Bigelow, of course, is Bigelow Aerospace. There are some others that I know of, but we're really trying to address that problem with the institute that we're doing, because I've seen government research, I've seen academic research, I've seen private research, and money is always the problem. The technology is never the problem. The technology is there, and the talent is there. The money is never there. So what we've done with the institute is we've sort of assembled some of these random people with big budgets and a hobby, and we've said, hey, can we like pool money into like a big stable pot of money so that we can have like a safe, well-funded sandbox for smart people to play in, and not have to worry about government election cycles affecting their budget, or tenure affecting their budget, or even when you find your billionaire, like sometimes the billionaire runs out of money or loses interest or disappears. So you can't just be dependent on one wealthy investor. You need a big pot of money that's stable, that you know isn't going anywhere. So that's what we're trying to do with the Institute, is just fund the Institute and then pick projects that we think are promising and then fund those. So we're kind of creating like a new vehicle for funding this type of research. That's kind of the approach I'm taking right now.
Is there any possibility of I know it's probably hard if not impossible, but crossover between the black world and the illuminated world? That because frequently things move from the illuminated world into the black world.
Yeah, we've
talked
noticed
about that
that
many times.
Yeah.
And they disappear. But I mean, it's to the black world's advantage to keep the illuminated world going, because that acts as a spawning ground for ideas that they might not have in the black world. So it's not necessarily to their advantage to keep it completely segregated. And potentially, since Griffin is now at the pinnacle of the group that controls DARPA, and he has a history that goes through UAH, there would seem to be possibly some fertile ground for some conversation.
Yeah. I've thought about that. the combination of the private and the public-private institution, and then kind of working with the blacker budget.
A quote from Griffin.
A quote from Griffin.
NASA is no longer by any means a research organization.
What about the innovator who's afraid of disappearing?
That's a whole nother problem. I think doing it in the public is better in that case. But that's a different.
It still doesn't mean it won't disappear. Even if you do it in the public, it still don't mean that the inventor won't disappear for lots of reasons.
Like Ming Lee.
You say to an inventor who claims as having ether in space, ether does exist and it is extremely high frequency electromagnetic wave. All it needs is to be detected and used as a source of energy. What do you say?
What do I say to that? I would say I believe in ether and I would be interested in talking about that. Yeah. Tesla believed in the ether. He was pretty smart.
Somebody's getting a perpetual motion machine in my machine, so
Yeah.
systems are concept.
I know a lot of people like that too, and I'm interested in talking to more of them.